I know this is not a part of the thing, but why are you still single?
Man, it's hard out here, man. It's me.
I believe it is.
It's me. Virgo, we feel like we know it all.
Y'all do feel like y'all know it all.
You feel like we know it all?
Yeah.
You feel like we know it all. You know what I'm saying?
With care, and then some you gotta talk to them like,
yeah.
All right, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
for them to understand, like, stop already.
Family, it's your boy Jay with Feeling Inspired, coming back at you once again with another video. And today we got Nikki B in the house.
Hey,
you know, something we're talking about Virgo and Taurus, love compatibility, and just some other things that got to do with relationships and things like that. You know, everybody telling me I didn't make no Taurus and Virgo video.
You didn't.
I didn't.
Mm-mm.
I thought I did, but you know what I'm saying? We here. You know what I'm saying? We here to make it happen. And a little bit about Nikki, man. You know what I'm saying? She a thinker. We are fellow seminarians. Went to the same graduate school. Went to the same seminary. You know, so some people are like, man, how you into theology and preaching and talking about Zodiac? But look, I got another thinking. She's a woman. You know, so she's gonna have a lot of feminine energy. Cause y'all feel like I just be talking too much about masculine energy. So we got the feminine God, okay, up here to match this. You know, we're gonna talk about this. So first of all, I believe that Virgo and Taurus is a great match. You know. And I'm gonna let her talk, but you know, I feel like it's a great match. They get along well. Tauruses, the ladies can be a little bullish, you know what I'm saying? A little bullheaded and this and that. And but it works. It does work. But what's gonna sometimes be undoing is because sometimes Taurus can be stubborn, sometimes Virgos can be stubborn. Because Virgo, we feel like we know it all.
Y'all do feel like y'all know it all.
You feel like we know it all?
Yeah.
You feel like we know it all, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know why, but
what's your experience with that? You know,
I mean, it's like
the struggles.
A Virgo knowing, like, oh, we just know everything. Anything that they say is like, I know, I got this. You can say, oh, let's go out to eat.
Right.
All right, where you want to go? Well, it doesn't matter. Wherever you drive to is fine. You pull up. But why would you go here? Because you already know that this was in the news, and because it was in the news, like you just think I want. You know, it's just so complicated and difficult with Virgos, and just y'all mind is just too much.
That's true, and that's
y'all
what
overthink a lot.
Yeah, that's what overthink. That's what can be the undoing sometimes, because we are overthinkers, and we think to the minute details sometimes. You know, a lot of people get frustrated. You know, one thing about Taurus I've noticed, Taurus women at least, is y'all have a very trusting heart. It's hard to get to it, but they have a trusting heart, and y'all don't give up. You know, but when the give up happens, it's serious.
It's a wrap.
You know,
once we give up, it's like it's no going back. We'll try to hang around or stick in there as much as possible, but once we say like I'm done for real. Out of there, not going back.
Yeah, I mean, so my experience with Taurus, I did a Taurus woman. You know, they're very determined. Taurus are very determined. You know who's a Taurus? What's his name? Louis Farrakhan's a Taurus.
Yep,
you know
he is. Janet Jackson is a Taurus, I believe.
Janet Jackson. You know, so these people just give you an idea of the energy that Taurus have inside. You know, and things like that. But a few of the positives of Virgos and Taurus, like I said, Virgos are visionaries, you know, and Virgos and Taurus are both earth signs, right? They're both earth signs, so they have a lot of things in common on that level, which can make it go. You know, but Virgos being a visionary can lead Taurus will be with it, and Taurus be trusting of that as long as Virgo is open. But when we start doing things that she said he's doing, overthinking, not being clear and stuff like that, you know, Taurus can get mad because, you know, Taurus is symbol of the ram or the bull or something like that. The bull, you know, and it gets real.
It does. And when, the Virgo gets in that mindset of overthinking and just being too analytical about things, my experience, I just be like, okay. And ignore it. And just keep going. Like, eventually you'll get it, or like, sometimes, y'all can just overdo it. Like, oh, why though?
Imagine, have you experienced a lot of people talk about this, the overcriticalizing of Virgo?
Yes.
We overcritic how everything.
Everything.
So speak for the ladies. How did that make you? Maybe some Virgo we need to hear it. How did that make you feel? Like, you know, your relationship or whatever, they just over criticizing every little thing. To us, it seems like, you know, we just saying, hey, something wrong with your dress, but it may have been the third, fourth, fifth time we said it or something. So how did it?
Sometimes, I mean, so when it comes to a woman, we are very in our feelings. We can be emotional sometimes, and especially like insecurities, right?
So it adds to that.
Huh? It does when you're like, oh, so you still got those braids in, and it's been 3 weeks, and it's like, well, it's still new. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just using it as an example that hasn't happened. But when you're being critical about looks of a woman or something that they've done or food that they may have cooked, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can come off like, well, is what I'm doing wrong? Do I look bad? You know, does it taste horrible? Like, it would have you, or for me, look at myself like, okay, what's wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? Regardless if a person could be like, oh, I'm confident, you know, whatever. But when it's somebody that you like or want to be with and they're criticizing you, you know, they kind of look, you know, you look at yourself like, well, dang.
Yeah.
I
see it. You know, the funny thing is, like, when we do that, we have like a perfectionist mindset. We criticize everything. Mm-hmm. So when somebody's close to us, like a woman, you know, we can look at everything she does, and so it naturally kind of comes out, but it's a way to do everything. I take it all the time. It's a way to do everything, but to us, naturally, we just like, it don't taste good. You don't spend like 3 hours cooking. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, this tastes a little tart. You know, you could have used, you know what I'm saying? But we're not thinking insult.
Right.
We're thinking that we're helping.
Right.
You know, it's almost like tough love, but I say it all the time.
And I hear that. Oh, it's tough love. Which is cool because tough love is definitely needed in a relationship or a friendship or whatever. However, learn to turn it off sometimes. Like women, we can, you know, ask so many questions or be nagging or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's necessary to ask those, you know, critical questions constantly or consistently or whatever the case may be. But there has to be a form of a balance of, I'm questioning him in a way that it's not coming off as 21 questions or 100 questions. Or where you going? You know what I'm saying? But it's learning how to turn that off. When, you know, we have a lot of things that we do that it's just, guys be like, come on, just shut up already. Like, I heard you, right? So there has to be a balance with tough love and showing me that you care, or showing me like I really do love you, even if you don't tell me all the time. Like, show me that. And you know, I don't mind a tough love, but we want to be comforted.
Honestly, that's. I'm glad you said that, because sometimes we don't see that. We don't. I don't say we don't understand. Want to be comforted. It don't register sometimes because we feel like if a problem, we feel like we gotta fix it. You know, but you know, with a lot of men dealing with women. We miss the mark a lot. You know, as far as understanding, you know, okay, this is a whole being. You can't do this, you can't do that. You know, we kind of go at it from a homeboy perspective. Like my guys, I'm like, man, what you doing, man? That don't look right. That don't look right. And so we just, you know, I fix it, and we watching the game. Mm-hmm. So it kind of transfers over sometimes to the ladies, and the ladies like, hold on. I'm one of your little friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like,
you gotta handle me differently
with comfort and care. And just like women has to handle men with care. Like Virgo men, depending on who they are, whatever, like where they from and stuff like that, you have to handle them with care. And then some you gotta talk to them like, all right, you know what I'm saying? For them to understand, like, stop already. But I think because you all have that one-track mind.
We do have a one-track mind.
And it's really, why? It's multitasking or having that focus on work. Like, I gotta work. So if I don't work, the bills don't get paid, food is not on the table, gas is not in the car, you know, and then it comes off as, well, what about me? Did you forget about you have a family? You forget that you have this, that, and third? Oh, I didn't forget, but I feel like I have to work to provide all of these things, but we need your love as well. We need your attention. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when it comes to that one-track mind of always fixing things, it's like don't fix everything. Like, it's okay to come somewhere and just chill. You don't have to come to work.
That's how we feeling too. We trying to do so much, you know.
Or figure out like, okay, my reasoning for doing this is I'm going to get this out of the situation of whatever.
That's a great point. That's how Virgos always think, you know. I think Taurus is be seeing that because we do. Everything got to be a reason behind it. Like why this, why that, why this. And sometimes you need to just relax.
Just relax and let go. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all have a lot of love to give.
We do. You know Taurus women, we are very affectionate. I love the touch, you know, caress or whatever. Just spending quality time. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way I like to show love. And I've experienced, no, don't touch me, no. So again, it'll make you feel like,
ooh,
do you even like me?
Yeah. Let me ask you this: I see it on the comments all the time. Do you think Virgo men have a communication problem?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, and y'all, like I said, I'm doing more videos like this because people want to know more of what Virgos can do better and the realness. So we can't real that. And side note, some fun facts about Nikki. You know what I'm saying? I can say fun facts.
Sure.
You know, she's a Delta. For Delta Sigma Theta, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it wrong. I don't want them coming at me. You know. Of course, she's a preacher. She's a seminary. She's a graduate. She sings gospel and everything. The girl got a voice. You know.
Okay.
And she sings. Can I put it out there?
Sure.
She sang for Vicky Dillard.
Who?
You know, Vicky Dillard.
Ricky
Dillard.
With an R.
Ricky Dillard. You know, I'm getting it wrong. You know, Ricky Dillard. That's some big stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? The girl can sing. One time I heard her sing, I was like, yo. I don't want to get too preachy on the video, but, you know, we got some things here. I just want to point that out. Because, you know, I want y'all to show, man. I got some good friends, man. They knowledge about here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back to it.
Can we pause? I just want
to
to interject for a little bit. So going back to what we said about there has to be a reason for Virgos to kind of link up with people. Jonathan and I, again, we graduated from the same seminary, and then I think the last time I actually saw him, well, we were at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for Kanye West listening party. I've been trying to get up with this dude forever since I moved back. Like, Jonathan, let's do this, let's go out, let's do whatever. He like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Nothing.
Fine,
so I reached out to him and said, hey, you don't have a Taurus and a Virgo compatibility video. He like, oh, you're a Taurus, let's do it. Now he's here 2 years later.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason why he's here is because he want to do this video. But he just don't want to chill. That is a prime example of
that's a great example.
And the thing about it is, like, for me, I feel like that's almost like a form of maybe manipulation or trying to lure somebody in. It's like, okay, you have a Virgo man, you know he's not just going to come and just socialize, right? So you have to come up with a reason. Hey, come here. Yeah, come here because if this happened and that happened, you could do. He like, all right, I'm all in. He comes and it's like, relax, have a seat on the couch.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you just gotta lure them in, but that's just too much. Just come.
Yeah, I know, man. Virgo is, cause we have to calm down. We have to, like, our mind be going somewhere. I know my mind be going somewhere. It's like we always doing something, which is, I don't know why we like this. We just like that. We have to, even when we're chilling, you know, we have to slow our mind down, you know. And that's one thing good about Taurus too. Taurus do know how to relax, Virgo. Whenever they get them, you know.
And that's when you get them. It's the getting part that's the most difficult part. Right. And I think once you get them, and then I feel like everything else will unfold. Yeah,
because we are always kind of looking for a place of comfort, so to speak. You know, because we do be stressed out. I always say how Virgos suffer from anxiety and depression all the time, just because we overthink everything and we're trying to fix everything, everybody, including ourselves. You know, and it just causes us to overthink throughout the day. We don't know, but we have to learn how to relax. And with the women, you know, Taurus women in particular, since it's Taurus Day, you know, it's that feminine energy that relaxes. You know, so I tell a lot of ladies, we going at men, not just Virgo men, use your feminine energy because.
So because some women on here may not know what feminine energy is.
Okay.
I mean, so from a man's perspective, what is feminine energy?
feminine energy is gonna sound very cliche, but feminine is like pleasant, soft-spoken, nice, things of that nature. Kind of the stuff you've seen your grandmothers do, back in the day, how they used to do things, making things just very sweet. Men love like dainty like women, and things like that. The whole cliche thing you think about when you think about femininity. So to contrast that, for example, y'all get into an argument. Most time men they're gonna kind of buck up. You don't have to buck up,
right?
Because that's like masculine. But what you can't be like, what? Whatever, just say, look, okay, we're talking about this happened. I understand. Well, let's sit over here and do this. Or what you think about that? The calmness is feminine, and that will really kind of tame him because he expect you to come back.
Right.
It's hard because sometimes somebody coming at you now. It's hard.
Right.
I understand. But it works.
And a lot of times, I believe that when we get into the debates or the arguments, stuff like that, when a Virgo is like rah 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 rah, right, and then you come, like you said, with the softness, it does tame them down. And then it's another thing is like that was just a defense mechanism, right, to protect themselves of, I guess. Well, I'm gonna get at her before she gets at me. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And sometimes they don't understand or really know how to handle when somebody's coming at them in a kind way. Like, I didn't come to argue with you.
Ooh, I feel that right there. You're like,
but I just want to have a conversation.
I'm telling you, I felt that. I know I'm not lying. I really felt that.
Because sometimes, like, as a bull, we see red, it's a wrap. Furniture is being moved. We tearing up the house as people. I've been called crazy or whatever, going off, text wars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it can become very, like, dangerous or, you can't repair the relationship depending on the level of the argument. But it is very hard because y'all come hard. Like, they don't stop. It's really like, I'm going to come at you in a negative sense. Keep coming. And that kindness, you'll be like, all right, you know what? The kindness is out the door. Yeah. I need to tell you about yourself for a second.
Yeah, because we all human. It's hard. It's hard. We all human. Like I said, Virgo coming at you constantly, it's going to be difficult because, everybody got a limit. But as much as you can try.
And the thing about it is like, arguing with a Virgo, let me tell you what they do.
Oh, man.
If you text them one little sentence or two sentences, they will come with a whole larger list of things.
I get it.
And because what they do is they'll pause. Women, we see something, we like, oh, heck no. You know what I'm saying? But they'll think about it for a minute. And they may respond within an hour, whatever, just depending on the severity of the argument, right? They'll think of so many different thoughts and scenarios and reasons why they're not the culprit behind the whole argument or the issue, but they're going to come up and put a spin on it as if like, no, it was you. When all like,
I'm about to walk off, man.
I'm just saying. And it's just like, okay, I see where I went wrong, but this is the reason why I was triggered. Or this is the reason why I popped off, right? But y'all don't see that part.
Somebody as what we've done to add
yes.
To it.
Or to even initiate it. So let's say you and I were dating. And I want to take things to the next level, right? And you're like, well, I'm not there, this, that, and third, blah, 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 woo, 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 woo. But the way that we have been communicating, we've been chilling with each other, we've been doing all these things, it seems as if, like, we need to go... Exactly.
The next logical step.
So, my thing is, all right, seems like we're getting there. Yeah, you told me. Oh, we're going to get talked about that, too, this honesty that Virgos talk about from the door, right? So it seems like we about to move into another level, but then all of a sudden it's like, for me, if I don't see it, if I don't feel it or whatever, I'm like, you know what? there are some things we need to reevaluate this whole thing, right?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Right, because I'm drawing, closer to you. My feelings for you are strong, and it's like blah 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 whoop whoop, and you just blow up because now you feeling like I'm not loyal because we need to reevaluate things or change some things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you knew we friends, we this, we that, and the third, blah 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 blah. Why do we need to change anything? Because I am here and you're still here, right? And because you can't come up to here with me, now I'm like, let's shift some things. Like, we can't do this anymore. We can't do that anymore.
That's true. It has to move at some point.
It has to.
Progress.
And then y'all will be like, you're the one who did you are the one who blah blah blah.
That's true, man.
But it's like, my trigger is the fact that you're not moving. I'm just using that as an example.
Out of all the stuff that was said,
yes,
that's the basis.
Right.
Really,
if that makes sense. I know it sounds like I'm rambling, guys, but
real.
It's really kind of hard to explain. But y'all are very difficult.
Yeah. Very
difficult people to kind of deal with, and it takes a strong woman to really handle a Virgo man. Tauruses, I believe that we could definitely handle it if the Virgo man will just let go.
I hear a lot of people say that. It's real. Yeah. We hold on to just whatever.
And it's this little bubble, this little, I don't want to call y'all crab, but little hermit shell, y'all be stuck in this little world or whatever the case may be, and it's just like, it's okay to come out, it's okay to have fun, it's okay to do something outside of work. You know what I mean? Like, life is gonna go on, right? So enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes we can miss it by just, what's that saying? Don't make the trip and miss the journey or something like that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can miss the journey. Yeah. Because we like, oh, the trip is this, the trip. Right. But along the way, you're missing all the beauty. Everything. Everybody else getting off the bus, taking pictures. We're like, look, we gotta get to the next spot.
See, and that, I ain't trying to be spiritual, because that's like an analogy that I kind of use in a sermon, is that, God has a destination for you, right? And you're on that destination, you're on that highway. And so there may be a detour, or there may not be a detour, but you're on this highway, you on your way to, you live in, South Carolina, right? You're going 85 north, or you may be going 20 east. Okay. And you drive, listen, okay. So you driving, and you're focused on, I need to be in South Carolina at this time, no later. If I am 10 minutes late, that's cool, but I really need to be there, right? And so you driving, and you're missing how the trees has turned into a fall color, or you miss just like you said, the scenery. Look at the sky, like, enjoy the journey, right? You on the trip, and if we stop to get food for 2 hours, that should be okay. If we want to go shopping, you never seen this shopping. Oh, Tanger Outlet? Augusta, I heard they have good fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? Let's explore. We're going to get there, but it's okay to kind of like take a detour sometimes. Yeah. Woosah.
And that's why.
I hope that makes sense.
It makes sense to me.
Okay, good.
That's why if Virgo and Taurus gonna be together, that's why he needs a Taurus to be that, because it reminds him to do these things. You know what I'm saying? Because Virgo, like I said, Virgo, we just tunnel vision, and that energy, that feminine energy, that Taurus energy, it can remind him, like, look, hey, breathe. It's gonna be all right. And sometimes we don't do that. Well, a lot of times we don't do that. I know sometimes, like, I have to force myself to do it sometimes, because I'll be focused on stuff. But I agree with that 100%. That's a great analogy. Let me ask you this. You kind of spoke on it. How you feel about, you being preachers and stuff? People be coming at me sometimes about talking about Zodiacs, and like, how you gonna talk about Zodiacs and God and this and that in the Bible? I'm trying to let them know, like, yo, it's all right. It's Zodiacs are all throughout the Bible. They really know, But sometimes I understand the questions. I respect the questions when people have legitimate questions. But some people be like,
Right.
What's your feeling on that?
So, as being a preacher or whatever, you know, the religion or church folks will say, they are against zodiacs and astrology. However, my take on it is that the wise men, not the 3 wise men, because there's more than 3.
Right, come on now.
Listen,
come on.
you gotta teach the people. There wasn't 3 wise men. It was more than 3.
Come on now.
But the wise men, they studied the stars to know that Jesus was born, right? And so when they finally got to Jesus, Jesus wasn't a baby. He was a young child. So it took them a long time to find Jesus. And they followed the stars. They read the stars. They were astrologers. Whatever the word is. So anyway, I do believe that zodiac signs plays a big part in people's personalities of why they do things. They overthinkers, they're stubborn or whatever. But there are some signs that people can kind of, you know, draw too much into it. Like, you read your horoscope every day, and because your horoscope said that, you know, a loved one from the past will come and say hello, you know, you take that, you know, at face value, but we know it's generic, right? And like I was telling you before, like, it's just like in church, you know, everything that the preacher is saying across the pulpit may not be applicable to you, right? You take what applies to your life, and you know, go about your business. Whereas another portion of the sermon or the service, singing or testimony may apply to somebody else or apply to you, you know? So seminary is the same thing. You know, like I tell people, I look at things like a buffet. You don't eat everything on a buffet. You might be allergic, you know what I'm saying? Or I may not like coconut, you know what I'm saying? But you like coconut. At the end of the day, it is there for everybody to receive or to take whatever it is that is applicable or that what you like, right? So when it comes to astrology, there are some things, a horoscope or something that applies to your current situation. But the thing about it goes back into Christianity. For things to actually manifest, you have to believe it. You really have to put your whole heart into it. But if a preacher says, you know, that, hey, this is the season of an abundance, right? Some people, they doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wasn't one of the disciples was a doubter?
Yeah. So
it's not going to happen because you're doubting. You know what I'm saying? But if you believe that it's going to happen, like, yeah, that applies to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Taurus. I am very stubborn. I will not move. I will sit down and won't do anything, all because of ego. I'm not calling you first. I'm not texting you back. Or I'm going to wait 4 or 5 days to text or to call or whatever, because that's what I feel like, right?
Taurus is
we are very strong, but I'm learning as I get older that, you know, those games, you know, you just got to stop doing. But anyway, getting back to your initial question, again, I believe it's one's preference, whether they want to go to a tarot reader or one want to go to a prophet.
Ooh, that's it, man. That's it, man. That'll preach right there. But yeah,
I'm just saying. It is. We all have the same giftings, right? Gifts comes without repentance. So I can have the gift of prophecy. I'm using it in church, and then like, oh, but you didn't put a price on it. I really did, because right after I finished prophesying to everybody, I'm asking for an offering. You don't know where that offering's going. It could be going into my honorarium, or it could be going to the church. At the end of the day, guess what? We're gonna get paid. But, and also the Bible says, it says that a servant is worthy of his hire. That's what it says.
Okay.
So, therefore, if you need a word, or pray for me. Okay, I'm going to pray for you, and that prayer actually comes through. I just want to bless your life with the seed. It is the same exact thing. It's all in your...
Transfer it, man. You're right.
We're all God's gift. We all have gifts and talents. So, an astrologist, they read stars, you know, retrograde, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, blah, 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 whether you believe it or not, right? We got the government. Whether you believe what they say, it's all up to you. You know what I'm saying? Christianity, church, you believe what the pastor say, go back and read what they're saying to see what they're saying is true.
That's powerful, man. And I be seeing this all the time on the channel in so many words. Like, yo, I think what I always say is I use it as guidelines. But that's basically saying it's just like a guideline to characteristics and stuff like that. You know, it's not the end all be all.
Right.
But for like characteristics and things you just said, it really is. It really is. Well, it really are those things. You know, an applicable application, make it applicable to your life.
Yes.
Take what you need, and you know, leave the rest. And that's how you go about with zodiacs and astrology and stuff like that. Cause this stuff is real, and you know, zodiacs come from ancient African, not ancient Greek. You know what I'm saying? Ancient African, more so like Egyptology and stuff like that. You know, Greek just took it and renamed it. You know, they put a spin on it, and that's why we have the names we have. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this because this is great talk. You know, and tell them how to find you. You know, you got some social media handles and
oh, of course,
it somewhere in the description.
Oh yeah, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Lady Nikki 09. That's LADY NIKKI 09. That's on Instagram. Facebook is just Nikki Brown NIKKI. Brown, like the color, no E. That's it. I don't tweet or anything like that.
Yeah, you can put all that stuff in there, man. Y'all put stuff in the comments, man, because might do another one of these. They're very knowledgeable of things. You know what I'm saying? You sound almost really getting deep. You know what I'm saying?
It was. I'm very passionate when it comes to God and Christianity and theology and stuff like that. So. Oh
yeah, and like I said, and people on the channel, y'all kind of feel it already because most people on the channel are already a little different than normal. Okay. They kind of already into like spirituality or zodiac in some form of fashion. Like a lot of people, some people don't. Some people Muslim, people got different faiths, but they rock with it because they know where the energy is coming from.
Right.
So
that's the good thing. Good energies and vibes and different. It's real. Types of things are very real. And if you want to be in a positive environment and stuff like that, like you have discernment. When you walk in a place, you like something don't feel right. That's you discerning. Your spirit is just off. You know what I'm saying? So just when you come in contact with people, you be like, what's your sign? You must be a Gemini. Yeah, how you know? Yeah, you got that trait. It's just it's in there, but
it is, man.
This was fun.
Yeah, it was.
But even though that Virgo men and I guess Taurus. Taurus, Virgo together. Taurus.
I see it.
Taurus in the atmosphere.
I see the vision.
That was so corny. I was
no pun intended.
Joke that I just did. But anyway, I do believe that they are a great compatible couple. It's just both individuals has to be willing to work it out and be willing to want to come together. And that's just with any zodiac sign or any relationship. You have to want to do the work within yourself first before trying to join with somebody else. So that's where I am now. Like I date, talk to a couple of people or whatever, but when it comes to actually joining, and we're very slow into getting into a relationship. Yes.
Virgos are too.
I think y'all are like snail slow.
It's a different category of slow. Like
I
slow,
feel
y'all
like
slow.
When you like somebody and you like, I can really see this happen. Like this can be dope. Yeah. Like let's go ahead and do it. Like as a Taurus, that's very big, but it's just like sometimes we're just on two different timelines or whatever. I don't know why, but listen, we 35 and up. Y'all stop all this playing.
Yeah, sadly.
Why? I know this is not a part of the thing, but why are you still single?
Man, it's hard out here, man. It's me.
I believe it is you.
It's me. Come on, Virgo.
You have some nice looking young ladies.
I have.
Like, really nice looking.
Yeah, I talk about it on channel all the time. I be going through. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm trying to make it happen, man. I'm trying to make it happen.
I don't think so. I think it's this whole Kevin Samuels thing. The older a man gets and he's single with no kids, his value goes up, right? And as women with no kids or with kids or whatever, as we get older, our value goes down. Yeah. So
it's about context, though.
Okay.
It's about context. It's about context.
I think you might be a little bit maybe too picky.
Yeah, I am. As a Virgo, I am very picky. You know, my mom was like, look, pick one of these women and get married and have some babies. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
they're right. People
like,
they not, you know, listen, our parents are, well, I pray they do live to about 90 years old, but people not living that long anymore. Like, you don't even
you're right, man.
have some babies, grandbabies running around and stuff like that. I mean, you working, you got your YouTube channel that's doing amazing.
Yeah.
You have free time. You just
trying to get together. We pray for me, man. You know, we're gonna get together and soon.
What's your type? I may have one of my. Oh, what about the young lady that you just met outside?
Who?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all.
I'm trying to hook them up, y'all.
Y'all
trying to hook them up.
I'm bashful, so you know what I'm saying. My black cell turning red. You know what I'm saying. So we're trying to get happy. But anyway, we about to get out of here before I get more bashful. All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying. Look, how we gonna hear about him? That's another video. How's your boy? Follow Nikki. We gonna put it all down there. All that good stuff, and we out.
Bye.
There it is. Yeet.